at least staying the same. But let me talk about the specifics of the gentleman's question, or the lady's question. The F-35 is a plane that makes a little bit more noise than the F-16, but I want to tell you folks, that's the sound of freedom. Yes, it's true that the Obama administration has worked tirelessly, even threatened to veto the defense budget if we continue to build the planned number of F-22. Now, the F-22, let me just put it in layman's terms, it's the scariest thing in the sky. It's an amazing aircraft, and what it does, it's so effective that if we're attacked by somebody, it has such ability to defend us so effectively that it de-escalates the violence. See, when you go up and blow up several of our bases and they blow up several of yours, then that can escalate into a war. But the first time, if fighters should come against us in any theater, the F-22 is astonishing. A lot of you out there, Air Force guys, know the F-15 is a pretty scary aircraft. We did a test and we put 6 F-15s against the F-22. The F-15s never even knew that they were blown up. They never got within range. Now, I want you to know, my wife and I teach Sunday school to 1- and 2-year-olds, and I don't want to hurt anybody. But I want to make sure that the cause of freedom and those who are committed to making sure that liberty is the heritage of all people across the world, that we are able to defend ourselves and our allies if we must.
I'm a devout Christian and I'm a liberal. I'm bipolar. I have a chemical imbalance of brain, and nobody will sell me health insurance. I have too much money to qualify for access, but not enough money to pay for treatment if I get sick. You say America has the best health care in the world. Overall health care results rank France as #1 in the world. That's a statistic. They have a combination, a hybrid system of a public option and private health care insurance. The United States is ranked 30th in the world as far as health care outcomes. Let me speak. I lived and studied 5 years in Europe, 1 year in Japan. They all have national health care. They all have national health care, and they're all very happy with it.
Why did we get so many coming here?
Now we understand why you're
Cuba has better.
You know, being tolerant doesn't mean that you don't have any differences. It means being kind and decent to each other in spite of you.
Cuba beats the United States when it comes to infant mortality rates. I want to know how much money you've accepted from the healthcare lobby, which is spending $1.4 million a day to defeat healthcare reform, and how much money have you accepted from the defense lobby?
Well, let me answer your question as honestly as I can. I truly don't know how many of those people that are committed to health care or defense or whatever it is have contributed to me, and I try never to know, because I want to try to make the decisions that I make based on what I think is right for the country, and if those people God is my witness. I try desperately to make the decisions that I vote on, the bills that I support, based on what I truly believe is right for the country, regardless of who supports me or doesn't. That's the truth. I know you're obviously finding some great challenges, but let me just say to you that I really believe with all my heart that you would be in a more difficult situation in some of the countries that you mentioned than you are here. And I hope that we can make the system better, and I want to, but I don't think that socializing is a whole. In fact, most of the time, socialism ends up hurting the poorest of the poor. Almost always, it hurts those that have the most difficulty more than it hurts anybody else, because those who have money, they kind of are able to circumvent even the socialist system. Even the Soviet Union, they had an underground economy, but the poorest of the poor were at the mercy of a bad system. And it's true that free enterprise is sometimes the unequal distribution of wealth. But socialism is always the equal distribution of wealth.
Okay, Daniel?
Yeah, my name's Artie McConnell, and I'm from the area. 1964, I went off as a young, naive man of the war. I thought in 1989 we defeated communism. Today, I'm looking at it right in my face, and I'm scared to death. I want to know what we can do to stop it.
Excuse me, I know you're going to make some comments, but I think there's going to be a person that's going to testify to that too, to that question.
Okay. Well, I can go ahead and answer this question, correct? Let me just say to you, I'm very grateful to people like you that fought to maintain freedom in this country. And yes, you know, it seems like if you read a lot of the old Communist manifestos, it was always their effort to try to defeat us from within. And it really is. You know, there's some founding fathers said that the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. And today we have to be vigilant because socialism has a way of kind of sneaking in on all of us. And I just appreciate what you did. And I want you to know that I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure that. Now, you asked the question of what we could do. First of all, the fact that you're here is an incredibly powerful thing, and it is having an effect that is very real. I think it's the only thing, the outrage of the people right now is the only thing that's going to stop this national health care system. I would vote against it 3 times if my card would work that in the voting machine, but it won't. We don't have the votes to stop it in the Congress. But you're having a tremendous impact on the thinking of those people that are on the fence. And I appreciate it. That's one. The other thing that you can do, of course, is, you know, you already know where I am on the issue. So go help somebody out there that's trying to affect this, you know, some other district where you got somebody that's voting the wrong way. And I'm not being partisan here. I just say, go and help somebody that's trying to make a change in the Congress. We've got about a year to do that. If we make enough changes, that could make the difference. And remember this, when elections come, I'm just going to be really direct with you. You know, it's okay for the people to send the leaders a message, but sometimes the leaders got to send one back. The last 2 elections, the people have kind of forgotten who we are. And that's kind of why we're in the situation that we are. So people are going to have to take their citizenship very seriously and say, I'm going to make sure that I know what the issues are.
This gentleman has to leave, and he has to leave 30 minutes ago, so he's been waiting, so I'm going to ask him to speak.
Thank you very much. You know, my biggest thing is liberty and freedom. You hear about the free market solution, and then you talk about socialized solutions. And I just ask anyone again, first, I want to be remiss. I want to thank the Democrats that have put principle above politics to come here and speak out. God bless you. I pose this question to those of you that are looking for your solutions, looking for your government to solve your problems. Who of you would sell your children into slavery to fix your frickin' insurance? Because that's what we're doing. We are selling our children into slavery to the government for the deficits that we will incur. Our free market economy can fix this. My question is this. Congressman Franks, I love you. You're one incredible representative. I so respect you. Our border fences have holes in it, and we want to fix immigration policies. Our government is broke, and we're trying to have them fix whatever it may be, our economy. What will we do as a citizenry to fix Congress is we need to reach out and vote. We've got a great representative in our district. How can we affect change in other parts of the nation